Hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day for all you fathers out there. I watched a. How are we looking here? Oh, gotta get rid of that light. That's the light we don't want. Turn the light on that we do want. Let's see. Uh-oh. What happened to my light? What's going on here? Huh? Oh dear. Hmm? I'm here, folks. Oh dear, we don't want that. Huh. What the heck's going on? Oh, okay. Huh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Jeez. Now I'm blue. What the heck's going on? I have no idea. I don't know me. Well, no one's here anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Let's do this. Mode. Ooh. No. Huh. No idea what's going on. Off. On. Hi, Cindy. Oh, a color show. Yeah, not meaning to be a colored show. I don't know what's going on, but welcome. I only don't have trouble with this. This has been the light that has been my light of choice. And now, of course, it's deciding to act up, right? Because I didn't test it. Why would I test it? It's been working all along. And it has all these different modes. So we can do this. Ooh, red. Hi, Lydia. And scene. Ooh. And then it changes colors. We don't want that. We just want white, but we want white, not this off-white. Well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm going to be bluish. I don't understand what's going on. Let you turn it down. Hi, Mary Jordan. Welcome. You're a new name. So happy you could stumble on me. I'm having issues with my light. I thought I finally had figured it out, but apparently not. Turn it up. And I don't know what's going on. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Margaret Mitchell from beautiful British Columbia. Good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. I have no idea what's going on. Not a clue. This is my expensive light. Well, I apologize for this weird looking light. And if I use this other light, then it's washed out, horribly washed out. And if I point that light to the ceiling, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I need a ring light. Well, these are my notes, so you don't really need to read my notes as long as I can read them. This is one of those, it's a special name for this type of light that's not, it's acting weird. Oh, well. I'm not going to worry about it. Whoops, we've got some serious crafting to do. I don't need you. Oh my God, I said serious, and I don't need you. Bye. Okay. I watched Natasha from Treasure Books this morning, and she's always been an incredible inspiration to me. And this morning, she outdid herself. She made this most unbelievable journal out of the good old Amazon-y packing paper. So, of course, I'm going to attempt to kind of replicate what she did. And it's your blue period. Yes, my Picasso period. Yes. And yeah, and I have a whole bunch of notes. She did, I want to say, I know, I love Natasha. I'd have to go back, but she did a boatload of papers. I'm going to say at least 15 or 20 sheets. And she ironed them. And then she decided that she likes everything to be crinkly. So she decided that was a waste of time to iron them. I was not going to iron mine anyway, because mine aren't that wrinkly. Because when I get the packing paper from Amazon, I roll it up, and it basically straightens itself out. But the new packing paper no longer has the perforations in them. I guess they were saving money, I guess. And this piece is too small. So yes, thumbs up would be great. Thank you. I think I can use it. So I've decided to cut this down to 10 by 10. And I wrote down 11 things that she did. And I have to go back because that's all I could remember. Well, a lot of them had to do with sewing on the sewing machine. And of course, I'm not going to sew on my sewing machine while I'm streaming. So I'm just going to do the things that I can do while I'm streaming. So that's what I plan to do today, or at least start. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to cutting the papers. I've got a bunch to cut, but I'm going to cut a couple of more as we chat. Hi, Messy Table. Diane, right, from AU. AU on the periodic table is gold, but I know it's Australia also. I've been working on Aunt Beck's flowers. Her flowers are gorgeous. Mine not so much, but I've made 4 flowers so far. And of course, they're going to look weird in this blue light. So here's this is kind of batik. This was just scraps with a lot of stitches. This is supposed to be a flower like on its side, but I'm not sure. And this is fabrics that I made. It was like a drop cloth, and I painted on it and made, Yes, You Are Precious. So that's another flower. And then I just made this one with a little piece of lace and a button. So I've got 4 made. And I think I have probably another 4 to make. Hi, Julie, another Aussie. And I just talked to my son and my oldest son, and they're going to Banff. Is that how you pronounce it, Marguerite? B-A-N-F, Banff? Is that out your way, or Banff is more inland from where you are, I think? But they're going out there for, I guess, almost 2 weeks, I think. They're flying from Boston. And his mother-in-law and sister-in-law and family are going. I know, and that's what I'm going to attempt to kind of do. I don't have like all that frilly stuff that she sews on the end of the pages and those beads that she did. I don't have any wooden beads, so I'm going to make paper beads, which will work. I just don't have that many paper beads, so I'm going to start making some paper beads, which I love to make anyway. So instead of buying assorted wooden beads, I figured I would just make paper beads. So I've decided to make my journal 10 by 10. So I'm going to just do some cutting here. And this one I decided was not, it's not wide enough. So I'm just going to put that aside. And I hope everyone is well. And of course, the paper always wants to curl up. So what I've been doing, trying to figure out the most economical way. Banffed. Oh, with the T? Oh. It doesn't have a T in it though, right? It's Banff. I think that's where Carol McDonald, Carol in My Quiet Corner, Carol, I think that's where they sell their made goods. Okay, so this is going to be, it's going to be 20 out this way. So I need, that's 12, so I need 8. So I'm going to do this and just give it a mark here. What did I just do? I can't even see my mark. Okay, here's the mark. That's for 12. That's for 12. I need 8 more inches to make 20. So I'm going to do that and that. All right, and that, and that, and that. And I'm going to fold this to here, like so. Okay. And I'm going to start out with doing what she did with the napkins. I figured those would be 2 easy pages. This one, yes. Yes. I love this Timmy ruler. And it's just recently that I discovered that it has a metal. This is metal. I didn't realize it had metal. For when you're cutting, there's a little metal strip in it, which I didn't realize it had. I'm going to go like so. Okay. It's in the right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Carol has posted some beautiful pictures. Okay. And of course, it's not straight, but that's okay. I had to laugh. Excuse me. I had to laugh my ass off when Natasha went through the final flip through. I'm always doing things upside down and ass backwards. And when she was going through the final flip, she had put one of her things in, I know, that's exactly how I found out, Julie. Someone mentioned it. Yeah, that's so when you're cutting, you know, you don't, if you want to use a, you know, like a sharp knife to cut, you're not chewing up the plastic. It's just, yeah, you can see it. It's kind of like, you can see it now. It's just a little, I know. That's how I found out about it, the same way. All right, 10 inches. 10 inches tall. Okay. So. Tearing edge. Well, actually, I tear on the plastic side because that's beveled and it's narrower. And I cut on this side. If I'm going to say take an X-Acto blade to it, it doesn't chew up the plastic. And you could do it. Yeah, you could do it either way. But Timmy thinks of everything. I just didn't know about it. I found out about it. Yes, exactly. But this is kind of like, it has that metal edge, so, and then you have the, okay, I'm just going to do that. Flip this around, like so. And line this up so it's somewhat straight. Use the lines on the cutting board. I'm cutting that, like so. And line that up, like so. And okay. There's another page. Mine aren't going to, when Natasha made hers, she had the Amazon paper that was perforated. Hi, Pam. So she just pulled off the perforated pieces. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's do a couple and see how we get. And then I can always cut a couple of more. So I'll stick those here. I have rolls and rolls. Oh, that's pretty. 12. So that's pretty chilly. I mean, I know it's not 12 degrees, which is very, very cold, but 12 is kind of chilly-ish, right? Because I think 20 centigrade is like in the 70s, Well, I was watching the Boston Red Sox play the Yankees in baseball this afternoon, and it was in the 60s in Boston. I mean, here we are in the 90s. So one of the first things she did is do a napkin. So let's do a napkin. I picked out some napkins. My napkins aren't the square type of napkins that she had, but the pages are just, oh my God. It's mostly the ruffles. 53. Yeah, that's kind of chilly. I don't know. Is it? Well, it's June, right? It's not July, it's June. Well, how hot do you normally get? Oh, that's right. It's wintertime. Julie's in Australia. Hi, Yolan. So it's wintertime. You're in winter. Cold for us. Yeah. Okay, let's do the old napkin thing. Oh, no, don't do it on that side, Ian. Oh, man, you're not stupid. Oh. You do it on this side, dummy. Okay. I'm going to save this because she actually ended up crinkling this and putting this down on one of her pages too. Man alive. Throw that on the floor. Everything goes on. I think there's another layer here. Let's see. Yep. This is an expensive napkin. It's 3 layers. What? 122 Fahrenheit. Where the heck? That's like Death Valley. All right. Okay. So that on the floor. Jeez. And I can't get the piece of tape off my finger. Oh, I'm having a day, I'll tell you. All right. So this is gonna, I think I'm going to cut these up in panels and put them down to kind of fill the page. Kind of go maybe up and down. So this is going to drive me nuts. Just saying. A pair of scissors. Yes. So how far is Banff from Alberta? Calgary. Is Alberta and Calgary close to one another? I think they are. I'm not mistaken. I was telling everyone my oldest son is going to Banff for like summer vacation, I guess, for a couple of weeks. His wife's a school teacher. Oh, is in, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Gotcha. And I guess they've rented a house of sorts because they are meeting up with his wife's family. I'm kind of jelly. I am kind of jealous. They don't want to take the invalid with them. Yeah, I love the lavender. It is a pretty napkin. So I think I'm going to try to cover the page. Like so. I can probably get another napkin. Maybe put one down across here. Just kind of collage it on. Like so. Yeah. I'm going to have to reach up and get another napkin. But I think it'll look nice. All right. Now, Natasha used a mixture of PVA and water to glue hers down on one of them, and then she used a glue stick. So, I don't know what I want. I have lots of I have a lot of this stuff. It is, and I don't know why. It was red, now it's blue. And I don't know what happened to my white. I have one of those, I don't know what it's called. It's very expensive light, backlighting or whatever, and it's got a remote control. Hi, Barbara. And I don't know why it's blue. I mean, I've got red, green, all these different colors, but I don't know where the white is. So this is my blue period. This is my Picasso period. Yes. And, I didn't test my lighting before I went live because it's been fine. And then today it decided not to be fine. So instead of futzing with it, I figured, well, we'll just have to. It could be worse. I don't understand what's going on. It's got all these different. I'm going to have to. Yes, it's my blue period. I'm going to have to get out the manual. But first, I have to find the manual and see what's going on. Because I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Ugh. Let me get my other thing of napkins. It's way in the back, of course. Ugh. Oh, please make this be the right pack. Oh my gosh, yes it is. Ooh. My napkins are up in a top drawer of the tote. and I'm short. So these are napkins that I got from good old Tuesday mornings. I'm always talking about all the stuff that we used to get at Tuesday mornings. I miss Tuesday mornings. Red roses for. Okay, here we go, folks. Here we go. Now let's just, and this is going to curl up. So I'm just going to maybe do one of these rolly. There. There. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Let's just slather some of this on. It's amazing how resilient this packing paper is. I mean, I know it's packing paper for packing, right? Let's see. I am doing, I'm being inspired by Natasha from Treasure Books. She made the most unbelievable journal this morning, or her video posted this morning, using Amazon packing paper and all of her stuff. And she's got some serious stuff, folks. Oh my God. And I obviously I don't have stuff like that, but, and she seems so organized, doesn't she? Well, here's my folder of scrapbook papers. Well, let's glue some of these down. And here's, you know, my, her buttons. Oh my God, you should have seen her wooden buttons. And she's got this neat little device that she kind of jerry-rigged on her sewing machine that she feeds yarn through so she can sew yarn onto pages. And all of the stuff that she has on her, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to stick it down because it's going to get covered up, I think, eventually with other stuff. All of the frill stuff that she puts on the bottom of, on the edges of the page, the ruffles are absolutely, I can't think of any other word other than saying they're outrageous. They're just so cool. Okay. Because when this dries, this will give some, you know, some fortitudeness, strength to the, oops, I didn't mean to dip that in so far, but I did. And Devin, your reverse collages are really, really coming along very nicely. I haven't done one yet. I thought what I would do is that I would like practice on maybe get a pretty double page spread picture out of National Geographic and practice and do like a reverse collage on a National Geographic page. I don't have any of those beautiful books. I know you can probably buy them used. The only collaging that I'm doing in the book is the forest book. And I'm not really collaging. Well, yes, I am. I'm not reverse collaging. I'm adding pictures to them. going to do this. And that's been a lot of fun. I think I've almost got something on every page in that book, in the forest book. I'm still working on my iCads. I figured you're probably bored watching me do that. So. And that's easy. I can knock out a whole bunch like Wednesday. And I'm just collaging on those little cards. Yeah. I know the forest book is a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. I think I'm going to tear that. There. Well, my neighbor hasn't called yet to ask me to take her garbage out. So if the phone rings, that's my neighbor. I try to help out. She did call me the other day to ask me to take her to the ear doctor. I've done that on a couple of occasions. My reluctance to get involved is I don't want her to fall on my watch, if that makes sense to any of you folks. She's fallen 3 times. She's very, very frail, God bless her. And I'm terrified that she's going to fall when I'm taking her. She uses a walker. And I said yes. There are services here that would do that, you know, and pick her up. And she has a daughter that lives about 20 minutes away. But anyway, I said yes. I'll get some brownie points, I guess. Hi, Carol. Carol, guess who's going to Banff? My son, David. He and his wife and her family for 2 weeks. They're going to be in the Banff area. A friend of mine shows their crafts in Banff, but not this time of year, I wouldn't think. Yeah, I just talked to him. We didn't get to play our video game this weekend. Next week. This coming week. Next week, I guess. Soon. All right, I'm going to cut this before I take it apart. That could be a mistake or not. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Might be easier because I'm just going to be putting a little piece here. Here. And maybe I'll cut this. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll cut this in half. I'm sure, yeah. Last year, I guess they went to Vancouver in British Columbia. Because Alex has a friend in Seattle, so they flew out to Seattle, and then from there they rented a car and did that area of Canada. I wish I was invited, but That's fine. Lurkers are always welcomed, or balcony sitters. I like the balcony. It's a nicer terminology than lurker. It's just like in bridge. The person that lays down their hand is called the dummy. They live in the Boston area, so they'll be flying from Boston. Beantown, as it's known, for Boston baked beans, I guess. Stick this up here. Try to keep my paintbrush off my keyboard on my computer, which is right. Okay, all righty. We're gonna have a piece here. I got this tear here, so I'm going to stick a little patch here. No one will notice that, right? Stick this here. Darn it, too much on my paintbrush. I want to put big ruffles on here. Yeah, I like gentle listeners. Yeah. Popcorn eaters in the balcony. All right. Let me trim this. Let me throw this on the floor. Oh boy, is that wet. Ooh. But it'll dry. Okay. Page 2. Yes, I think Janet is the one that came up with gentle listeners. Oh, she made a really cute, scrappy journal by sewing fabric onto envelopes. Okay. Put this one this way. Maybe it'll stay down. Okay. Napkin number 2. Stay. Throw that down. Is another pretty napkin. And I think it's square. I don't need the pencil. I don't know. Well, I could just do this like this and leave these and do something on this side here. Hi, Joyce. Or I'll cut it here. This one will do. I will cut it here. I think I have a plan. You got to check out Natasha's treasure books video from today. It's a long one. But she does so much in an hour and 28 minutes. Of course, it's edited. Let's see. Can I do this piece here? What do you think? I kind of like the navy blue. Or I can just center it. I think I'll center it, and then maybe I'll add some other scrappy stuff. Or she had some ruffles on her pages that were about that wide. I'd never seen, like, so maybe I could do that. I have some sari silk that's about that wide, and that would be a nice ruffle. So I think I'm just going to put this, I'm going to, take the backing off it, but I think I'm just going to put this down like so. And when she stitched it, it was amazing that she was lucky enough to get the needle to go through, because these are pretty flimsy pages. And then she made a beautiful, she had a nice piece of burlap. I know. That's what amazes me, that she had something different on every page, which is unbelievable. I wrote down 11. Napkins, 2. Crumbled duct tape, tea bags, text, scrap paper, painty paper swatches, tissue paper, text, stamp, and modeling paste through stencils. Those are the ones that I remembered off the, and there's a whole bunch that are sewing machine related that I'm going to have to do, obviously, off camera, because I'm not set up to sew on my, film my sewing machine, because my sewing machine's on the other side. All right. I can't get the tape off my fingers. All righty. I'm just going to put just a little mark here and here, so I know how far I should go with the glue. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. I think I have a whole bunch of tea bags that I've been saving. I think I still have them. And I think they're right pretty close here by. I didn't have a time to get them out. I really have no excuse. I really have no excuse for not being ready. Fully ready and on Sundays. I only have a whole week, to get ready. Somehow I'm always seems to be flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know. I am a great procrastinator. I take after my father. He was a pretty formidable procrastinator, as I recall, much to my mother's chagrin. How many of you are procrastinators or would identify yourselves as procrastinators? Whoops. I'm so glad I made that mark so I could just glue. You are, Lydia, yeah. Devin, yeah. Especially when I know when I'm streaming. There's no excuse. You can be, yeah. Well, I am, but then when I decide to do something, when I finally decide, okay, enough's enough, you got to get off your ass and and do XYZ. I zip through the things that I have been neglecting to do in short order. I'm always amazed at how quickly I'm able to complete those things on the list or whatever it is. Let's see. Procrastination is when you are missing information to yes. Yeah. Adulting activity. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Since I got my new cable top cable box from the cable company a while ago, mind you, I have not been able to access the built-in the movie apps that are on my TV, and it's annoying. And so if I want to watch like a movie or something on prime time or Netflix, I sit here and watch it on my iPad, not on my TV, which seems kind of stupid. So I finally today, and one of those things that I've been procrastinating, I figured, well, Google how to access apps on, using the Spectrum remote, which is my cable company. And what it said was you had to have another device, either a Fire Stick or a Roku box or stick or some other additional device that would enable you to access those Prime apps, I'll call them, right? So I opened my drawer where I have all the cables and things, and lo and behold, hi Dana, I had a brand new in the box 4K remote control Roku device, right? So I took it out of the box and I got it plugged into the back of the TV. And then I proceeded to read the directions. Because I'm going through my blue period, Dana. I'm feeling Picasso-ish. Now, I don't know why. My lighting is acting up. I don't know why it decided to turn blue today. I have no answer. I don't know. It just decided to be blue. I'm in my blue period. I'm so blue. Do you remember that scene? Oh my God. With Marlena Dietrich, I'm so blue. Someone did a spoof on that. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, the directions were to turn the TV on with your TV remote. So I turned the TV on with my TV remote, not the Spectrum remote. And lo and behold, the TV turned on, and on the bottom of the screen were all of my movie apps. Problem solved. So I put the Roku back in its box. Didn't need it, apparently. All right, I'm going to find my tea bags. Look, there they are. How lucky am I? I would say pretty darn lucky. Looking in this is another one of those junk drawers, like those boxes I have. I've got a drawer too, like that junk drawer that you have in your kitchen where stuff disappears. So now I can access all of those apps. I started watching I'm going to have to say, a very, very odd series, and it's on Netflix, and it's called Sarah, A Girl in the Shadows. And it was recommended to me by my friends, Mo and Sean Haggerty. And it's an Italian series. It's only 3 seasons. It's Italian, and it's dubbed. And the dubbing is, when they dub into a foreign language, the dubbing is, okay. It's not as bad as those old Japanese movies that were dubbed. I would have much rather had subtitles, honestly. I know some people go, subtitles you have to read. That doesn't bother me. But anyway, it's an Italian series, and it's dubbed. And it's just odd. And the woman is like a retired detective. And her son has been killed. Everyone thinks it's suicide, but she thinks not. But she's been estranged from her son ever since he was about 8 years old. She abandoned him to go off to be a detective. Anyway. Yeah. Well, my youngest son a lot of times has subtitles on because you can read it, and you don't, then it doesn't have to be blaring. And ooh, look what I did here. I did some stampage. Yeah, I might see if it has subtitles on it. So I'm going to lay out some, because you get the different designs. Oh, I bet you would have, right? Because it would be in French and English. Oh, look at these. Oh, look how gorgeous these are. Look how beautifully stained these are. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at that one. Only a crafter would understand how beautiful that is, right? You guys get it. There's always that little piece. Yeah, British shows. But as I said, it's only 3 seasons, and I think I've only got half of the 3rd season left to watch. But now I can watch it on my TV. Oh, I must have stitched some of these pieces together. I guess I was going to make a... Oh, that's okay. These are really nicely stained. This is probably, I guess would be Irish breakfast tea. That's the tea that... Oh my gosh, look how beautiful these are. Really liking them. And she scrunches them up, so I'm going to scrunch them up too. Wow. That is cool. Doesn't that look like an x-ray? Oh my. Speaking of x-rays, oh, look at that. Wow. Get rid of this one. It's plain. That one there. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm going to scrunch them up. Oh, translated as spirals. That's interesting. Huh. Well, there was a great flick that came out 10 or 12 years ago. And it was an Italian flick. And it won Best Picture. I think it was called It's a Beautiful Life. And it's about a Jewish Italian family. Hi, Aunt Bex, and they get arrested by the Nazis, and the family gets separated. And I remember the guy when it won Best Picture, the actor. I remember him literally standing up on the chair at the Academy Awards, just so excited that it had won, Best Picture. I think. Hi, Aunt Bex. I'm glad you had a nice nap. So she kind of went like this, kind of did a scrunchy thing. So I'm going to do a scrunchy thing too. All right. The point I'm getting to, the whole thing is in Italian with English subtitles. I digress. But I showed it to my 8th grade American history class. And I figured, I don't know how these kiddos are going to manage subtitles and have to read, right? But I figured, they know how to read. Let them read. They loved it. They didn't mind at all that it was with subtitles. They hung in there. They loved the movie. So I was a little nervous as to how they would react to. Didn't bother them in the least. Oh yeah, I've watched the. Oh, there you go. That's right. That's right. Roberto Benigni. Thank you. That's one of those flicks that I wouldn't mind watching again. Because when she scrunches everything up, it looks so much scrunchier. Yeah, it looks scrunchy. That was a big scrunch. Maybe a little less scrunchy than that. Oops, my finger's sticking. There was another one that was really. Was it another one that I watched with subtitles? Was it Chocolate for? Is that the name of it? Chocolate for Water or Water for Chocolate? There's a bunch of French flicks that I remember watching that were subtitled. Well, Wanderlust, which is a thing that's an art, series that you pay for, Wanderlust. I have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Still working my way
You'll
through.
need to unlock your iPad for. Sorry, Apple Cash isn't available here.
Sari, stop. Oh my gosh. How did Sari get in on this deal? Wow, that was scary. She scared me. What I was going to say. I got scared. See this crunch, the scrunch? Let's see. What the heck was I about to say when Sari so rudely, I shouldn't say her name because she's going to pop in again and tell me that Apple Cash isn't available. Speaking of Apple Cash and things like that, I removed my credit card from PayPal, and I can't tell you how much money I have saved by doing that. Because typically I'm lying in bed and want to buy something, and they don't have, the only thing I have is Apple Pay. I don't have PayPal, and I'm too lazy to get out of bed to get my credit card, which means that I didn't really need the thing that I was going to buy. So I really saved myself a few bucks by not affording myself that convenience. All right, almost. So she crunches up a lot of stuff. Wait till you see the next thing we're going to crunch up. Hi, Jane. I don't know, Apple. Right. I don't know. They're usually taking money away from me. I've been trying to pay this medical bill. And every time I go to the online pay the bill thing, it's not working. Which means I have to pay them by mail, which means I've got to put a 55, whatever the cost of a postage stamp is on it, which I find rather rude. Well, I've been saving these for a long time. I'm glad I have them, and I'm glad I'm using them. I don't need that. We're getting there, folks. And I'm really using up my Mod Podge, which is good. After I was watching, I guess after I was watching Janet Nash and her stream, a replay of her stream, a YouTube video came on, and it was about giants and all of the fossil remains of giant people that have been discovered. And people that are 12 feet tall, the remains of giant people. It was very dramatic, and they were saying that there have been excavations of people that are giants, footprints, and they were saying that the Smithsonian Institute was suppressing this information. They didn't want to reveal the truth about giants. And I was thinking, well, why would it be the point of that? And they said that, if there was proof that there were giants, it would go against Darwin's theory of evolution. And I couldn't understand that either. So it was kind of funny because the way, some of the documentaries, they just are so serious. Because they talked about the Goliath, David and Goliath. Obviously, he was a giant. I guess he was a Philistine, so as I recall. But anyway, it was pretty funny. It wasn't meant to be funny, but I thought it was kind of humorous because they made it sound so. And that the hereditary gene that causes giantism is very rare. There. That is a beautiful mess, isn't it? I'm loving that. Okay. I'm going to throw that on the floor. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. See all the x-rays of the little giants? The little giants. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, I know. The swastika was stolen by the Nazis, unfortunately. The swastika really stood for hope and peace. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, that is so true. And now it has such a different evil connotation. And that's not. You are so right. I'll neatly put these back. Yes. Oh my God. That was such a great flick. Bye, Becky. There. I had a bobby pin. There it is. That was a great flick. Princess Bride. Yeah, he was a giant. I think he probably had giantism. And there was this huge basketball player from China who was like almost 8 feet tall. Okay, now I'm just gonna. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any. Well, I might be doing. You're probably tired of watching me Mod Podge, but the other thing that she puts down is with Mod Podge is a couple of other things. Well, that's okay. Yes, giantism. Hi, Adria. The wild woman with a weenie. It should be wild woman with a weenie. I'm just going to stick this in a little water over here. Put the top on my Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, my matte medium, as in Golden's matte medium, which is this little Okay. Stick that back up here. There we go. Out of the way. Oh, I see something. She had a big piece of this. I wonder how big a piece this is. I just see it sticking out. I'm going to reach in here. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Whoops. Ah. Ah. Yes, she covered a whole page with this. Yes, she did. But she had a really nice big piece. Well, maybe this is all right. I can't remember how she put this on. I'll have to go back and watch the video because this is a bitch to glue, as you can well imagine. It's got a few holes in it. She may have stitched this on. She does a lot of stitching. I am cutting page to size. Oh, that's great. That is super. Hi, Beth. I know I'm bluish. I'm going through my blue period. I don't know what went wrong with my lighting. It's either blue or green or red. So I think the blue would be the least objectionable. I'm going to have to do some research, which means I'm going to have to find the manual for this light. I didn't check my lighting because honestly, I thought finally I had my lighting situation figured out for the most part. And then it did this today just because it could. So I apologize for the blue. So they decided I'm going through my Picasso blue period. All right. The next thing we're going to crinkle up is, I got one page left. I'll make some more pages here in a moment. Gotta stand up to get it. Duct tape. Duct. D-U-C-T tape. To put duct air conditioning ducts together. Not on ducks, per se. No, Lily, stay whack. Stay away. No, go, no. That's a good girl. All right. Yes, cryo. That's a good one. Cryo. Okay. She puts this down, and I'm going to try. I don't know how she did it, but she crinkles this as she puts it down. Oh, I didn't know you had a sale. I'm sorry. Didn't know. Okay, let me separate this. I'm going to do smaller pieces. I'm not going to try bigger pieces. I'm just going to do the smaller piece. So she actually scrunched this up, wrinkled it as she put it down. And she only did up like a band here and a band here. So let's see how successful I am at. Probably not going to be hard to do this. Just kind of. Oh boy, once you get it down, Ann, you're not going to get it up. Yeah, I like that. It's a little crinkly. Unfortunately, it's really crinkly on this side, but that's okay. Don't. That's a lot harder than it looked when she did it because she made it look very, very easy. Of course. All right. Yes, this is the foil duck. Yes. I want to, ooh, could I do this first? Maybe. Maybe pre-wrinkle it. Pre-scrunch it. Get up here. Doesn't that look cool though? That's the way to go. Just give it a little crinkle first. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, she was on Lindy's channel. Okay, because that's where Debbie Epps sells her stuff too sometimes. I just don't need anything. But I wouldn't want to support you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That looks really cool. Oh, okay. Cool. Doesn't that look kind of cool? I can just see in the... Let's switch it there. Alrighty. So I need a small piece here. And we'll do the top. I don't know what I'm going to do with that piece. Throw that over there. Okay. I think crease crunching it is the way to go. Give it a little scrunchy. And then open it up. And you get all the shadows and crevices. Yeah. Oh, that's the way to go. Oh, look, that came... This stuff, I tell you, this stuff also, if you put it on a piece of like thin, like cardboard, and you run it through like your embossing folder. Hi, Laura. Good to see you again. It makes beautiful embossing. It embosses beautifully. I am starting to make a, oh, almost. a journal inspired by Natasha in Treasure Book. She made an incredible journal this morning, or posted a video of a journal that she made this morning using Amazon packaging paper. So I'm kind of trying to do that. I'm going to come around. Hello, Mary Lou. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Okay, do it down on the bottom. Yeah, I think crimping it is the way to go. I like it. I like the way it looks. You can see this is where the first one I laid down, and it's really not that. But when I started crumpling it, you get really cool ridges here. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. I got lots of those on my face. You should see some of the women here. Oh my God. This one woman. She just had her 80th birthday. You would never in a million years guess that she was 80. And of course, I made that comment to somebody else. And of course, the woman's comment, well, she's had work done. I said, oh, okay. She's had a lot of work done. There's not a single wrinkle in her face. I just said, it's not fair that someone should look that good at 80. Yeah. But, so I guess she's not wise because she has no wrinkles. They've been Botoxed away. Including in my Madden journal. Oh, cool. Hi, Shannon. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Another Canadian. Welcome. I'm wrinkling duct tape on purpose to get the texture. I've been inspired by Natasha, Treasure Books. She made the most amazing frigging journal and posted the video today. So I'm going as far as I can with the stuff. I have a lot of the stuff that she has, but not a lot of the frou-frou stuff. Like when she puts stuff on every single page has like either lace or some sort of thingy. Oh, on the tea dye page, when it dries, she punches holes all around the edge. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Shannon. I hope it kicks in soon. I hope you have relief soon. That's for sure. It's no fun. I had a hell of a time getting my one prescription filled last week. And it was for pain meds. No one was answering the phone in the doctor's office. I think I told you that story. I had to physically drive to the office to find out what the hell was going on. We're switching over to a new system. We have less people answering the phone. You had nobody answering the phone. I really like the way that the wrinkles look. I know. Fortunately, he's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. I mean, that I had to drive over. I drove over twice. And I looked over, and the woman that normally answers the phone, who I adore, was sitting there in front of her computer with a headset on, and entering data. The best person over there that answers the phone and helps you was regularly aided to entering data. Yeah. Yeah, even the pharmacist was very kind about it and concerned. But finally, got it straightened out. Yeah, I finally went over Tuesday. And they said, Wednesday. Oh, market urgent. Yeah. It wasn't filled until Thursday night, so much for urgent. I'm going to say something to her as I see her next week. Just have to remember to be civil. Okay. I love, oops, come on. I think it would be really cool to kind of, in August, oh, wow. Oh, that's a very good idea, Julie. Yeah. Good idea. So that's that. And I really like the way that looks a lot. Oh no. Went into our, I tried, I think we all do, try to be as pleasant and, and my sister-in-law made a very good point. She said that when, at least with me, when someone is polite and does, helps you out and does, kind of what they're supposed to do, you get all excited. And she said they're actually doing their job. And which is great that they're doing, but there's so many people that don't do their job that when you come across somebody that's just really basically doing the job description, you're kind of like, oh my God, this is wonderful. Lily, I almost ran you over. You should see her. She's sitting on the napkin, the napkin peel, the white part of the napkin. That's what she's sitting on. Okay. I'd like to cut out one more paper because I have to cut out paper. Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd call it, when we were trying to get my mother into the hospital, and it was a late night, well, like 9:30, 10 o'clock type of admission, and we didn't want to go over until she had a room. And it was like the joke was you have to find out who's the keeper of the gate. And once you find out who the keeper of the gate is, then things will move along. It's just finding out who that person is. And it's so true. You have to find out who is the keeper of the gate, because they've got the keys. And at this hospital admission, it ended up being some woman that was literally in the basement in the cubicle. But she literally held the keys, basically, had the wherewithal to make things start moving. All right, so that's that. And let me reach over here. I like that. That is that's going to be a beautiful page. Okay. This is still really damp. And it's very bluish, isn't it? Yes, it is. So those are all still very wet. All right. I love this though. Oh no. Oh, poor little baby. She slipped. Oh. Well, I hope she's not too badly hurt and the vet can get you in. I'm going to do an easy one. An easy-ish one. So these are 10 by, I figured I would just be square. So these are 10 by 10. So I'm just going to measure 12 and 8. 12 and 8. 12 and 8 makes 20. And fold it in half. That makes 10 by 10. Oh, look at that. That was a, these, I wonder if, I don't know. Anyway, it's the right size, so that's fine with me. That's good. All right, let's fold that in half. Okay. And the Ripperoonie. Oh, Lucy hurt her knee. Oh, wow. I had a beautiful calico cat named Lucy. She was gorgeous. They named her Lucy, so when I got home, I would go like Ricky Ricardo, Lucy, I am home. $10. Okay, and we can rip this, rip it. Oh, Devon's Lucy is adorable. She has got the cutest little face. Oh my God. And I love the fact that you have a stroller for her. Rip it good. You had a Shih Tzu. You gotta be very careful. Oh, Lily, no. No. Get. Oh my gosh. She's sitting on the wet napkin. So that's a fur magnet. Honey, no. Come on, no. Lily Pilly. No. Well, here. Sit on the napkins there. Sit on the napkins. There you go. Prevent them, keep them from blowing away. Okay? Yeah, now you're licking your paws because they're all full of glue, silly girl. Here. Sit on the napkins. Don't let them blow away. There. She normally doesn't do stuff like that, normally. But what's normal? Yes, now they're going to be furry. Okay. Lay this out. And this page is just going to simply get stamped. Stamped. Because the stamps are now buried under. Okay. She's playing with the napkins. That's good. Go play with the napkins. All right. Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay. I will have a fur page, yes. Hi, Barbara. A very furry page. And I'm using this because it's the one I got. The one I got. Oh, wow. That looks pretty, not too juicy. That's not. You play with the napkins. That's good. Get it. Go get that. Oh, boy. She's got the zoomies. It's funny, when she has the zoomies, she has them pretty much every night. And she runs around and does the exact same thing all the time. She runs into the porch, and then she runs into the living room. And then she goes over to the corner of the living room. And here she comes. And then she sticks her nose under the pillows. And then she goes tearing off into the kitchen. That's what she does. Well, this is a little dry, wouldn't you say? So I'll have to get out the good stuff, the wet stuff. Yeah, this VersaFine stuff is really juicy. Thank you. No, not upside down. I caught myself. I was telling people earlier, I had such a big laugh when Natasha was going through a final flip through this awesome journal that she made, and she had a piece of scrapbook paper that had a picture on it. She glued it in upside down. I went, yay, I'm not the only one. I keep on almost doing that, geez. Those of you who know me know that I have a propensity for gluing things upside down and backwards. There, okay. God, I've had this stamp forever. Timmy stamp. Upgoing reverse. What do you mean reverse? Yes, crafting standing on my head. That would be a challenge. This is kind of losing its juice too. I've got re-inkers, but not for these. I guess you could re-ink them with the archival ink. What would happen if you mixed inks? Thou shalt not. I want to ask my Australian friends here, does the water really go down the drain counterclockwise in Australia? Because I've always heard that, and I always figured that was some sort of myth. Can you ascertain whether that's a truism or just a bullshitism? It does. Okay. That is so cool. Oh, wow. Thank you, Julie, for confirming. I mean, I just think that's just amazing. It's true. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'd heard. And Shannon's going, really? Yeah. I heard that a long time ago, and I figured, oh, that's just going to be one of those wifey tales or something. But it's a true. Okay. Well, they're on the other half of the, the other half of the world. Now, why I glued the other, I don't know why I did that. I didn't have to do that, did I? No, I didn't. And now I've got ink all over me. Well, that's okay. Now I'm going to add a little something to break this up. And this is one of the neatest, interesting collection of stamps. And I don't know where I got them. But it's all these really interesting circles. And I think I want to do that circle. Let's see what that looks like. There. To give it some, to break up. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? This? Yes, closer to the South Pole. Yeah. What do you think about that? I think I like that better than this. Isn't this cool? Aren't these cool stamps? I like this. Well, that's okay. I thought it would be more pronounced. But the other, the script stamp that she used didn't have mini tornado. I kind of like that. It's kind of the grunge factor. I'm going to put that on a stamp block because all I'm doing is getting very inky myself. So let's just do this. Mini tornado, yes. There was a guy at Bridge Saturday morning. His name is Lee Wyatt. Isn't that a great name, Lee Wyatt? And he's Army. And then, of course, he had his Army t-shirt on. But it also happened to be his birthday, too, which I thought was interesting. They had a huge Army ball here. And they all get dressed up. The ladies, it's a very formal. Let's see, Ann, this is late because you're done with the bigger stand, but I always take the cover. Yes, that's a very good idea. Thank you. Thank you. That makes perfect sense. Thank you for that little crafty. That's really very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. But they all get dicked out and the guys wear their uniforms if they can still fit in them. And the ladies are all dressed up. I saw the Colony Hall, which is the name of the building, where the ball was going to be sit-down dinner and dancing, of course. I saw it all being decorated on actually Friday. They had a full-size mannequin completely decked out and camouflaged with gun and everything. When you first saw it, you take a double take because you thought it was a soldier standing there. And of course, the lady I was playing hand and foot with, she's Navy. And the Navy birthday is next month. And she was saying the Army, they just always go way overboard. I think less is better. I was laughing. There's definitely a competition among the services. But then there's Navy, Army, then Navy, then I guess Coast Guard. Isn't hand and foot, or foot and mouth disease. I like that. What do you think? That's an interesting page. I think it needs one right here, though. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror. I called it foot and mouth, and people got upset with him when I called it foot and mouth. I think it needs one here. Maybe one right there where I didn't get the right there. I said, no, it's not foot and mouth. That's a cow disease. It's hand and foot. Hand and foot is a form of canasta. Canasta. You play with 5 decks of cards. It's quite the game. There, that's much better. That definitely had to go there. All right. Oh, that went through a little bit. Oh, that's okay. I can glue down the napkins innards. Okay. Well, I think that's a wrap. A wrap-a-dap-dap. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is a beautiful day. Happy Father's Day. He ain't heavy fodder, he's my brother. Famous line from Boys Town. Andy Rooney and Spencer Tracy. Okay. I would show you the pages that I made, but they're still soaking wet. But we can do it real quickly, I guess. Here's the one napkin page. 2 napkin page. Scrunch tea bag page, and duct tape page. Okay. So tune in next week and see how many more pages I have gotten done. I will save for next week, I will save the other pages that I can actually work on. And hopefully by then I will have done the rufflings and all the other stuff that I'm going to stitch. All these pages are going to get stitched. It's going to be fabulous. So thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, please think about subscribing. That would be awesome. And have a wonderful week. And in the words of my mother, if you can't be good, be careful. And we've added be fabulous too. So bye, everybody. Thanks so much for being up. Being up. Yeah, being up. Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs ups look great. Thank you. Bye. Well, I know that.